Hello, my name is Helen Lies, and in this video we will speak about 10 witchy things you can do every day. But this doesn't mean that you must do everything on the list daily. I will only mean that me myself do it quite often, and a lot of witches do it either. Well, there is a stereotype that a witch is someone who uh, does some spells every day, and usually they are curses, hexes, and so on. This is an evil witch. But I must remind you that witchcraft is a kind of a religious trend, and mostly modern witches are so-called good witches, mm, and they consider their path being spiritual. So witchcraft is more about self-development, understanding the universe, understanding other people, and so on. This is a kind of development. And this has always been so, because witches were representatives of a spiritual elite in old times. So, one of the first things witches usually do daily is study. These can be books, internet resources. You can go to the library and borrow there some newspapers, old ones, on witchcraft. There can be some very interesting and fresh ideas for you, even though they are forgotten already. Well, another thing witches usually do is praying, or communication in this or that way with the forces with which they work. Usually these are higher forces, divine personalities, guiding spirits, angels, uh, some powers of nature, of house, ancestors, and so on. Yes, and some witches choose to communicate with devils, but this is up to them. I would only note that those with whom we communicate, who are our friends, it influences our personality greatly, and this will influence also our future life, life after life. So you should choose the best from my point of view. Well, another thing that witches can do daily is mental work. Uh, they can be meditations. Usually we think of a meditation as a religious practice, and they can surely be religious. For example, if you practice some Buddhism or Hinduism practices, it will be wonderful. It will enlarge your energy. It will enlarge your bind with deities and so on. You can meditate on chakras, on the universe, on the God, the divine entities, and so on. You can clear up your mind. And there are also less refined meditations, more mundane, but still they can be affirmations, mantras, self-hypnosis, and so on. These things nowadays are also called meditation. Even listening to music and watching nature can be also added to this list. If it makes you relaxed, if it makes you elevated spiritually. And I would also add shadow work. work with your psychological issues, because if you had some traumas, if you have some fears, if you are not sure in yourself, this all can influence your magic works if you work with already rituals, spells, and so on. So you should vanish all these negative programs from your subconsciousness. And with the spread of psychology, a lot of witches understand it. Well, as to the material plane, to material objects, witches also work daily with the things that surround them. One of the most classical forms is to work with food and drinks. You can always say some spell words to enchant them. For example, if there's an ill person in your house, you can say something to the remedy, on the medicine, on their food, and so on. Another classic variant here is to say something to your morning beverage, and stir clockwise if you want to get something into your life. For example, I am becoming rich, and you make this affirmation every day on your drink. And you can stir counterclockwise if you want to get rid of something from your life. This is called putting intention. But you can also put intention not only into other objects such as jewelry, crystals, simple objects. For example, you buy a statuette of a white horse, and in this way you attract a prince that is on a white horse, and so on. There are a lot of variants here. Maybe some of them I will describe on my channel. So subscribe, by the way. A very widespread method in folk magic is to enchant makeup, ointments, and so on. If you work intensely with customers, and if you have some enemies, then you must make sure that you make cleansing and protection regularly, if not daily. One of the easiest ways is to light a candle every day, or to wash yourself with different magic substances. One of the most cleansing substances is salt, as it is known. So you can wash yourself in a salty bath, and so on. Cleaning your house is also very good. So you can do it as a magic ritual. But it is also a topic for another very big video. Magic cleaning up. Another variant here is to work with dreams. Especially if you see very bright dreams, and a lot of witches do it, then you should learn how to interpret them. Another variant is to work with tarot, runes, and other magic systems. When you begin to divinate with tarot, then you understand that you can do it daily, that you want to learn the meaning of each card, and for this you can choose a card of the day for every day, and so on. Personally, I turn to cards or runes not once in a day, but usually several times. So I have sets of them in the desk organizer. Well, if you have other variants of daily ritual routines, then write them in the comments.
If you want to understand deeper all magic and energy processes around you, then my author deck Tarot of Magic can be helpful for you. It was made easy to understand even for beginners, because I call in it all magic terms their own names. For example, love spell, magic theft, energy vampirism, curse, protection, cleansing, and many others. The link will be down below in the description of this video. If it was helpful, like, comment, share this video in social networks, subscribe to the channel, and see you soon.